Hi, and welcome to the Trucking Scribe. I got a few things going on today. Today's Tuesday, so I did a slow stitch video last week. I thought I'm going to try it again today. So I'm working on this violet journal that I need a topper for. Still got a lot of work, but I need the topper. And I was thinking a slow stitch would be really nice on here. So I got my book out. And I was playing with fabric, just laying it up here because I had some company. And I just laid it up here and was playing with it that way so I could kind of see the colors because I got pinks and reds in this. So I am working on that. I'm going to set that over there. This, I said last week I was talking about, this is what Deborah made for me last year. And what I do is put people's names on the back and then the dates. Boy, I can remember. This has been in my personal journal. But she did all this embroidery. I mean, all this cool stuff that it's just pretty with the sun and some clouds. You know, I'm not sure because this little round thing makes me think this might be a camper, but I'm thinking it's a house now that I'm looking at it. But these could be, well, you know what? Wheels wouldn't be up there, would they? These could be wheels. I don't know. When I first saw it, I thought of camper, but now that I'm looking at it again, a few weeks later, it looks like a house. So either way, I love it. I really love this. She did a wonderful job. And so we're going to try and do a slow stitch cover for this. I have a few things that I want to show you first. Let me move this out of the way. So there are a lot of choices in thread. I'm going to use this for the basting. This is just a regular weight thread. It doesn't say what size. No. So I'm going to use that to baste my pieces down to the fabric. This other is DMC, I believe. And then these are some more that Chrissy had that would look really pretty on some of it. Again, I have, this is a quilting thread. It's hung around something, so it is a lot thicker than this one. Actually, this might be better to baste it with just because it's thicker and it'll come out quicker. We'll see. So Chrissy took hers when she was using these and she wrapped them around these little spools. But this is a little different. It looks like it's twisted, but you need a bigger needle, which I'm going to be using. So I might use some of this, might not, because if you look at Deb's, some of hers looks like it might be some thicker yarn. Then I have, well, this is what that one that I pulled out. It's the wonderful pearl cotton. I got this on Amazon. So then sometimes when I'm doing less detailed or I want less definition, I will use this here. This is thinner also. It's 12 weight. This one is 20. So the higher the number, the smaller the thread. This is my Sashi code that I don't know if I'm even saying it right, that I got on Amazon, which I have been using a lot of. There's a lot of different colors. I've been using this on my quilt that I showed the last week. So, and there's several of them missing out of here. I don't remember how many came in the box, but you do get some directions on how to do a Japanese kitchen towel and some stitching ideas. So it does come with that. Right now, what I'm wanting to do is, one more thing. So this is kind of a go-to. I've got all this stuff in here. And all this is a pencil pouch. And I've had this for several years because here's some of my hexies that I was working on back in 2015, 2014. I need to get them back out and work some more on them. And usually I have a pair of scissors in here. So I'll put these in. And it's just a little thing holding some of my threads and all, my needles. So just to show you a few of the things, these are paper pieced. And yeah, so you can see where I stitched them. These are not with paper because there's the lines. I printed these on these ones. Yeah, I have to go back and remember that. But this is all hand done. See this one over here. I just saw that when I was looking for all this thread or yarn, all of the material for the thing. So here is another one. I did this on the sewing machine. Yeah. I have blocks like this all over the place that I've started. And then this would look good on something. Not that, but, just some ideas of what I have. I found this. It's like a crazy quilt. I just started quilting it and adding pieces and trimming. And then I also found this, and you can see where I put the glue right there because I pulled out that string. But I hand knitted this probably 2018, 2019. I don't know. But I thought I have two journals. This might look good on top of there. Maybe put some fabric underneath it. I don't know. But it goes with these colors, so I'm going to see what I can do with that to go on one of them. And it's almost really perfect. Figure out something to go on top. So I've been playing with this for a while. I did this one, which is all messed up now. It has a lot of bright colors in it, and I like it. I really do. That's why it's still sitting here, because I like it. And it would go with something probably that I would like with these colors. So what I did was I took and kind of got me a generic piece of fabric to go right here. Actually, I'm going to trim this off because not trim, I'm going to rip it. That way I have the salvage, I can't talk today. I have the edges frayed. What I was doing with this is I just had it sitting up here and I'm moving fabrics around. I like quilting. I mean, I could use this too, but to hand stitch through it, all these layers, I don't know if I'd want to worry with that, but it fits on the top of a journal, so it could work. But I took pieces and these are scraps. So I just tore it like that so I'd have some frayed edges, and I just keep laying them down and moving them around to where I might like them. So and these are small. I mean, you can see they're 2.5 by 3/4 of an inch. And if you look over here at my scrap pile, you can see some of it is just, that's all it is a little string. That was all that was left when I cut it for a quilt. These are pieces off of a quilt that I made Chrissy. These are cut off so you can see where I sewed them together. They're still pieced. I have some laces in here. I got some cheesecloth. And so I have a great big tote that's full of this. Let's not even talk about what's in the other room. That's just what's in here in my office. So that's where I started. And you can see how small they are. And what I wound up looking at was, I like this, how she did the scene on the front. But I feel like I want a purple background. So I'm kind of just laying them out like this. I'm putting them all. Now that I done this, this one's long. Here's another one. Okay, so I'm just thinking about just sewing these down like this. Another piece of purple. Let's go right there. What I do? And I did make these more rectangular because I wanted it to be my background. So kind of like a collage, I'm wanting to have layers of this part. Yeah. So this edge is painted. I can rip this, but I don't know if I can, my hands are strong enough to do that one. So I could do something like this. Put this up there. And see, that's kind of, yeah, I'm going to bring this down. Or I might want this one on top. Or I think this one just needs to be in the middle. So this is what you do. And it is a little bit long, so I may cut it, I may not. Put this one down here. See, I really don't need that piece. And I do want them all go in the same direction. That's just me today, kind of thinking out loud that I want the same direction. So I can trim it, cut this in half. I just do a little clip right there and rip it. See how pretty it is when it frays? So that could go maybe right there to bring in some more color. Let's see. I have this that I could put there, so I'm just gonna snip it because, like I said, I am doing. I don't know if I'm gonna snip it or not. And this is just the first layer that I'm doing. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. I'm just making my base and getting it started. So I could put that right there. Maybe this there, or would I want it right there? Like this. So I'm just more or less collaging like you would a junk journal. So I have some trims that I want to put on here too, some laces that are already cut that I think I want in my background. I'm just going to lay them down like I want them going up and down too. I'm just in a direction I made today. I'm trying to decide, maybe I can put, let's see. I was thinking about the pansies, but with the purple on the back, I don't know. I could do a basket and maybe put some flowers. I've got like this flower. So we could do a basket and put white flowers and some other purple flowers like that. Let's see, what else we got? Most of it's flowers, but look, put some leaves in there. A little dress, you can make a little dress to go on it. You can make just like a leaf patch with some flowers coming out, or a house, ladybug. There's just a lot of ideas in here. But this is where I'm going to start. And actually, I don't know if that needle's going to be right now. It's kind of thick looking. Let's see if I got, yeah. So I don't know if you can see the difference in these needles. This one, the shaft is a lot bigger. This one's a little bit smaller. This one's smaller than that. So while I'm using this thin thread, this one is broke. So this used to be my old company. Actually, you can go to Doodlebug Creations 24 on Instagram and you can find me over there. While I was looking for my needle, I saw it. So I'll just bring it in here. So to base this, I do want a smaller because this is not a very big, very thick thread. And you can turn it however you want. I'm just going to do great big stitches. So I got a phone call, and I don't remember where exactly I was at, but one thing I did realize, I need to pull this out. Yeah, so this is how you can pull it out too. So you can pull that little knot. And I'm not even going to waste this. Well, I might, because I don't know where my needle went after all that. So what I didn't do is I need something. You don't have to, but I want something behind it to make it, give it some more body. Okay, so now let's try this again. And then while I'm sewing this down, we can talk about all this stuff that's going on for the month of July. So I have this is some felt that I got on clearance. I have a piece of fabric there, it's just white. And then I got this layer. I'm just going to go through here and do some big long stitches. And it's going to I'm going to lose some of my fabric where it's sitting. That's okay, because right now that's what I'm doing, is trying to get it to where it will kind of stay in place. But these stitches are not going to stay there. We're going to take them out as we work. So since I started over again, and I'm not sure where I'm going to start you in the video, let's see what. Maybe I want that over there. Yep. Okay. So the month of July, I signed up for one collaboration, which was a great collaboration. It is Sweet Pea Paper's Christmas in July, or Crafty Christmas in July 24. There are 25 ladies. I think all of them are ladies, but I shouldn't say 25 ladies. There are 25 collaborators, beautiful collaborators that are working on this project for the month of July. So it goes through July 1st through August 1st. And this is a drawing that Terry's going to have. And to enter the drawing, you have to post a picture of your projects, any kind of Christmas projects, using the hashtag CraftyChristmas24. Crafty Christmas in July 24. And it has to be in her Sweet Pea Papers book or Facebook group or the Junk Journaling Tutorials and More group. So these are all the ladies that donated kits to the collaboration. Some of them donated more than one. Some of them donated 3 or 4, but they donated them so that we could all have kits and not have to try and get some and all. And we're using whatever that we can use, the ones that were donated, or we can use a donated kit from not donated, but if you bought another kit, you can use that. The only thing with hers is that she is asking it be Christmas related. So all of these designers, they donated theirs. Then here is the list of the talented collaborators, and there's 25 of them. There's a lot of us. I'm not sure how I'm going to watch all these videos because I want to see them all. I just have to do one at a time. But we're supposed to be posting at least one video a week with this hashtag, the Crafty Christmas in July 24. And some of us will be doing more videos that will have that hashtag than others, which is perfectly fine. So this batik fabric right here, this is very hard to get through sometimes. It's just the weave of the fabric. If you're using a sewing machine, it's not a problem. It's the hand sewing that can be a problem. I'm just pulling off another piece. So then, that is the first thing that I signed up for. While I was working on getting ready for that, I was thinking, we're doing the Crafty Christmas in July. Well, Christmas, for a lot of people, definitely for me, is about the birth of Jesus. So I thought, well, why not do Jesus in July, which is here. This is my collaboration. I have all these great designers that are making different little projects, and we'll be posting them during the month, so you'll see them. I am doing a Bible study. You can go below the videos that are, you can actually, I'll put it below on this one too, how to find the free PDF Bible study that I wrote. There is a kit, which I'll try and link up put up here so you can see what it looks like. And I will be doing the Bible study 2 a week at least through the end of the month. So I'll do 2 this week, 2 next week, the two the following week. So we have 5 weeks this month. And that last week is like half a week. So I'm going to do that last one then. So 9 days. And I'm really excited about it. So I hope you'll join me. I do have readings of both of the Gospels of Matthew and Luke on the Nativity on the Nativity so that you can listen to that. I know that some people, like my mom, can't see to read, so I went and read that for everybody. I did not tack that down there. Okay, let me see. Maybe I want that one. Maybe over here on this edge. I think so. So I'm just taking and do a great big stitch right there. And actually go back and come back. I'm doing big stitches right now. So now I want something right there to cover that little hole. Then again, depending on what I put on here, that may be covered up, so I'm going to wait. Okay, so the Jesus in July is an open collaboration, so anybody with any type of crafts or journaling or even ornaments that they want to share, whatever that is related to Christmas and Jesus, use this hashtag Jesus in July 24 on any social media, and you'll be joining the collaboration. So I'm going to be looking at this hashtag to see who I see and all. So that is an open collaboration. You can use any digital, any regular paper, a little notebook. It doesn't matter. Just as long as you join us, because it's not about having anything. It's about Jesus. So you just come like you are, or not. I'm cutting here while I'm sitting here talking, and you may not be Christian. You may be Muslim. One of my great friends, Debbie, she is Muslim, and she is going to be joining us. She says that the Quran is the continuation of the Bible. So she has a lot of great information. So Deborah's going to be talking about Christmas, but she's also going to be giving us information about the Muslim beliefs, the Islamic beliefs, and the Quran. There's some other books that right off the top of my head, I can't remember, that she talks about and gives us stories. I'm going to put this one to the side. What I'm going to do now, I think, is see which thread I'm going to use. So I could do dark colors. I have some, not yellow, some whites, some grays. There's greens and blues. I'm really thinking maybe this one because of the color of the book, at least for the background. And I may change my mind and pull out some of these other colors because, see, I've got quite a few different colors going on. So I could do a light purple over here or right here. I think I just had a dark purple right here, so I could bring this in and do it on that, which I might. What do you think? We could try it. And then maybe do this white there. Might as well. So now I'm just going to make some big running stitches. Not all of our creators on I just finished the Piece of God collaboration a few weeks ago, and I'm still thinking about that. So I need to go find my. So these are Sashiko needles, and they might thread better with this. I'm not sure. Let's see, where is my needle threader? There it is. See, it's a little bit easier with the string on it to see it. This thimble helps a lot when you got a lot of layers to go through. If your fingers are sore. I'm going to try this Sashiko, which I can't see. That's one of the things I can't get the needle threader through it, and I struggle to see it. And this one's not going to go either. So maybe I can. Yeah, I may not need one. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Maybe the extra light is helping. Okay, so now I'll put my needle threader back up since I don't need that one. There is a free PDF for the Jesus in July. And I'm going to put a little knot in this on the end, and I'm going to come up from the back. And so there are a lot of other collaborations going on this month. And one that it's not a collaboration. This is from Kara Brandon Creations. She's doing a challenge in her group, and she is also one of our designers and collaborators in this one. So she was saying that this will be in her group. So I'll try and link that below. So you have all these groups, and she will be doing that challenge. So I was like, well, I need to do that so I can, I can bring it into my into all these videos. So sometimes you can do the videos, and you can bring in other stuff and just really invite people in and say, hey, look, this collaboration is going on that I'm interested in, or that collaboration, or this group has that. If you're working on it and you can work it in, I mean, it helps all the creators, no matter which ones they are, when you're able to do that. So I'm going to be using this. I did laminate these because when my piece of God one that I had sitting over here so I could keep up with everybody's name, it got kind of dirty by the time that, because I had taped it in there and the dirt was getting under the tape. So this time I said, well, let me just try and laminate them. So I may need, because I'm pushing with this finger. Let's see, figure out what, I'm not used to a leather thimble and it's still new. So, and it does help to get that through. And I'm just doing one at a time right now because I'm doing little stitches. I don't know why I started with little, but that's okay. That's the good thing about slow stitching. See, right here Deb has some, they're not real small, but they're smaller. And she has these going around the sun that are bigger. These are a little bit smaller. She's got a buttonhole there. And then right here, it looks like she run a little line all the way across right there for the roof. So yeah, just use different kind of things, different lengths, different stitches if you want. You could do embroidery. I'm not up on the embroidery these days. I can do a few things, but I can do what Deb's got over here, the little flowers and the buttonhole. So I may try and do some of that on this. As you can see, it's just something you just sit here and slowly do. If I was doing this on my own, I'd be in there watching TV, listening to TV maybe, instead of watching it, because my eyes are more on this than they are on anything else. So let me tell you a little bit about what we talked about in yesterday's video. for the Bible study. So the first day is on the prophecies of Jesus. There's a lot of them in the Old Testament, and Luke and Matthew actually have some of them in there in the Gospels. So when I was a kid, even, I don't know, I'd say even as an adult, I didn't realize that Jesus was talked about through the whole Bible, that God was, that the prophets were already foretelling his coming, and that he would save the world and he would be born of a virgin. And that's what Isaiah talks about, Isaiah 17:14, I believe. And then there's one in, I don't have my Bible over here, there's one in Micah. You know what? I did want to show y'all this. So this I got on Amazon for like $3. It has some of the greatest information. See, he starts with the prophecies and talks about it, and it's really easy to read. So right here, Isaiah 7:14, Isaiah said that this special delivery would be born of a virgin. And then down here, Micah 5:2, the prophecy reads, "You, O Bethlehem, Euphrath," I'm not sure how you say that, "are only a small village among all the people of Judea, yet a ruler of Israel will come from you, one whose origins are from the distant past." So this is a fantastic, easy book. You see, I've got stuff highlighted already. I meant to show it yesterday and I didn't. So I really like that. But I love how the stippling effect with the, I'm glad I went with the purple because it looks good. So I could have been done with this part of the purple, but like I said, I'm doing little ones. And little stitches with this needle need to be like almost one at a time. And that's part of the joy of slow stitching, is it's slow. You don't have to go 100 miles an hour and just, you know, it takes a while. But then if you are a hand quilter, that may be another meditative activity. Go in there and I'm just going to move it over just a little bit. So then I'm just going to turn this around and go back this way. Same thing, just go in and out. So we got all this. So I would recommend this book. Like I said, it is a small book. It is wonderful to read. They do have it on the iPad. So if you have a Kindle or an iPad, you can get that version. And then this was $2.99, I think. I will put a description below. I'll put a link below so you can get it. Let me see if I can show you a little bit of what's going on. So we talk about why the prophecies. So that's what we talked about yesterday. There's a lot. This is like a 25-day, you could do a 25-day devotional because there's 25 chapters. Why did God become a man? That's an interesting question. I know a lot of us have asked that. Why did he decide to come and join us? Why are we so special? Why Mary? Out of all the people that he could choose in the whole world, he chose Mary. And there was a reason behind that too. Well, after Mary found out that she was pregnant, she sang a song. You'll see it in the scripture. The Song of Mary, and it's beautiful. Beautiful song. So we'll talk about that further in. Then you're asking why Joseph. So, yeah, why Joseph? Why was he the one chosen? And then why did Jesus come when he did? When he could have came sooner, he could have come now, but the time was right. Then why did Elizabeth and Zachariah have a miracle baby? Why Bethlehem? Why was Jesus born in Bethlehem? Why was there no room in the inn? Now that one, I was really surprised to see the answer to that, because I had never thought about, well, why was Jesus having to sleep in the manger? It was because of the census that Caesar Augustus had going on. He wanted a count, and Joseph was from Bethlehem. He was from the line of David. So he was required to go back to his home, a home state or hometown, and register for the census. Well, David wasn't the only one that was in town for that. So it was like, great big football game around here or something. You got so many people in town that you can't move. There's no motels. There's nothing. And that's what happened. The city was so full of people that there were no open rooms. There was no place. So Mary was lucky that she had Jesus in the manger. And I don't think she's lucky, she was very blessed. But it goes back to also the prophecies talking about Jesus. He didn't come as a king like we would think. He didn't come in with bright shining clothes and gold and all that stuff. He was born in a manger. A very lowly place for a king to be born. But that helped to put him on our level so that he was, Dr. Jeremiah asked, well, why call him Jesus? Why was it so important that he be named Jesus? Why did Jesus come as a baby instead of a grown man? Why the shepherds and the angels, the wise men, the Star of Bethlehem? A lot of times you don't hear about King Herod and what he did. He was told that that the King of the Jews was going to be born. The wise men actually were looking for the King of the Jews, and Herod asked them, well, where's this supposed to happen, and when is it supposed to happen? And they told him, and Herod sent he sent his army to Bethlehem in Judea. And after Jesus was born, God had sent an angel to tell Joseph to leave Bethlehem. Well, Herod, he had all the children, all the firstborn males killed. And there's times that you don't hear that part of the story. But he was trying to ensure that Jesus would not be born, but God wanted him, had planned on it, and that he was going to be. So I had to go and take a break and come back. So I think December, we might do this, just do a Bible study on this little book or a devotional every day. Might. I have to get myself together and be able to do it. So, see, this here is first chapter. It's only like 3 pages, and they're smaller pages, so it's a quick read. I think that would be a good thing for us to do. So I was just editing what I had because, like I said, I did have to go get lunch and all. And there's already 40 minutes of video. A lot of it I was talking about the nativity and all that's going on this month. So what I'm going to do is I'll work on this a little bit. If I get a lot done, I'll try and come back in here and get some filmed for you. I really have enjoyed having all of you come and join me. I know we're at the beginning of Jesus in July, and I hope that you will come and visit us and tell your friends that we're over here celebrating Jesus' birthday in July. We're having a Bible study. It's an open collaboration, like I said. So you are welcome to post on any social media. Just use hashtag Jesus in July 24. You could put pictures up of ornaments. You could do past Christmas photos if you wanted to do that. I mean, there's all kinds of ideas, and I can't think off the top of my head. So I'm hoping that you guys will find out a lot of different ways that we can celebrate Jesus in July. So if you're new here, it'd be great if you hit that subscribe button. If you've been here a while and you're new here, I'd really, really like it if you hit the like button and left me a comment what you think about doing a devotional through the month of December on this book as a Bible study and to do some crafting too. Maybe a short little craft or a tag or something that's not going to take a lot, because posting every day can be stressful, and it's already going to be stressful enough at Christmas. So let me know what you think about that, about doing Why the Nativity for Christmas for the month of December. And I will see you guys next time.